All right, Survey of Art, we are going to go over how to insert a image for your project into Padlet. Padlet is the website we're on right now. There's a link in the Google Classroom assignment for you to click onto to bring you to this screen. So it's just going to look like this until anybody starts uploading images into it. So the critique process is uploading your picture, making sure your name is attached to it, and then you are required to comment on 2 other people's images of their works. So when you're doing a critique, you want to use critique language. So you want to talk about the elements of design that we've talked about so far. So like line, value, form, shape, some of the ones that apply to this assignment. So like color may not apply, space may not apply, but use some of those words in your responses. Some things to think about are staying positive. So even when you're giving someone constructive feedback, not using I don't like or things like that, you want to say, if I were to do something different, I may have changed this. I might have added more value here, created a highlight here, things along that nature. And when you give a positive critique, you can't just say, this is good. It should be, you have a really great value range. I can see your lights and your darks and your mid-ranges. You have really good texture that you've created, or things along that nature. So make sure you're not giving like 2-word answers in your comments. Once you have commented, because we're not going to log into this site, so like if I go to my Padlet, I have an account and I can click log in when I log in. You don't have to make a Padlet account if you don't want to. But what happens is if you post onto here without having an account, it comes up as anonymous. So when you post your work, you have to give your name. And then when you post a comment afterwards, state your name as well, because you are getting points for critiquing other students' works. So make sure with everything you're doing that you're making sure that you author your work, okay? So now that we're in this process, let's see if I can move myself here. How do I actually add a piece of artwork? You're going to click on the little button down here. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to title it with Mason's Art. So you could do your first name, you could do your last name. You could give a subject if you want, half and half. We're all doing the same thing in this one, so you don't necessarily need to do that. In other projects, you might actually be titling your work. So then I'm going to click Upload. I'm going to pick a file. So this file is going to be from my computer. You make sure you're not choosing a link. So mine I know is on my desktop. So let's see here. Here's my photo. My computer's slow. Hang tight. We'll be done in a jiffy. Classy. Been having technical difficulties today, so of course this would work that way. All right, there we go. So there's my picture. I cropped my picture on my phone before I uploaded it onto my computer. If you're taking one directly with your webcam, you can also edit on your Chromebook, or you can edit on your computer, so you're not like seeing fingers in the background or a bunch of background image. You should only see your artwork. And then if I just click on the outside of it, now this has been posted. So now down here I can add comments. So if I were to comment on my own work, I would say, Miss Mason, the value range is good, but there could be more detail in her job. Miss Mason. So you can see that I've given myself a critique, done a positive and like a little bit of a, hey, you could have done this different. And then afterwards, I left my name so that we know that's me. Mine, you can see my name here, like I'm signed in with Google. You can, again, make an account if you want to. They're free. It doesn't hurt you at all. Otherwise, make sure you're leaving your name afterwards, because this will come up as anonymous otherwise. And remember, you have to make sure that that's going to be recognizable as you, otherwise you won't get the points for it. Once more people start filling up this page, you'll be able to scroll down to see other people's work. It'll kind of move stuff around on this wall here. I'm going to leave this up here so that you can see that as an example. Today the assignment is due, so you'll be posting it into Google Classroom, and you will be posting it here on Padlet for critique. Both will be worth points. I am not going to have you, or I'm not going to grade this until Friday. So for some of you who may have been like a little behind on it and you're not ready to turn it in on Monday, you're going to have to multitask with the next project, because we're going to start working on notes for color theory. But the critique is not due till Friday. So post your picture, hopefully by at least Wednesday, so other people can comment on yours. Make sure you have 2 comments on there by Friday, and that's when we will turn it in.